There are many interesting things to be found on Google Earth, such as the maze made out to look like Oprah, random people in the process of falling over, and that picture of your neighbor stealing panties off your clothesline. But some of the discoveries made on Google Earth are just downright weird, such as the island that never existed, the lost jungle city, and the mysterious locations blurred out around the world. Let's take a look at these freaky findings and more in our list of the 7 strange Google Earth discoveries. Number 7. The Phantom Island. In the late 18th century, a landmass was found near the French territory of New Caledonia by Captain James Cook when he and his crew discovered an island 24 kilometers long and 5 kilometers wide. The island was entirely made of sand, so feeling rather uncreative that day, they called it Sandy Island. The island was seen again in 1876 by the whaling ship Velocity, but some other vessels had trouble discovering it, leading to the odd situation that Sandy Island was present on some world maps, but not on others. Curiously, the island did appear on Google Maps in 2009, albeit as a strange collection of missing polygons, so clearly there was something here. And in 2012, a group of Australian researchers decided to find out by investigating the coordinates of the object found by Captain Cook and shown on Google Maps. But upon visiting the area, the research team found absolutely nothing. So what was actually on this mysterious island, and where has it disappeared to today? At 6, the Blood Lake. In 2007, just beyond the city borders of Iraq's Sadr city, Google Earth captured what appears to be an eerie lake of blood. The lake is actually called Lago Vermelho, or Red Lake, and today it appears completely normal when viewed on Google Earth. But nearly a decade ago, many people reported seeing the lake holding a bright red hue. So what could have possibly caused this? Many were quick to point the finger at Professor Photoshop, but there could also be a genuine reason why Lago Vermelho would turn this bright red color. Mineral deposits have been known to create vivid colors in lakes around the world, and other possible causes include sewage, pollution, and water treatment processes. But there's also a gruesome rumor that local slaughterhouses were known to dump animal blood into the local canals. So the Iraqi Lake of Blood may have once been all too real. In at 5, the Gobi Grids. In the northern Chinese territory of the Gobi Desert, several large and mysterious patterns have been found etched into the landscape, and nobody is quite sure what they are and who carved them. Some of the etchings are over 30 kilometers long, with some taking on strange circular patterns and others looking like some sort of surrealistic painting. Due to the secrecy of the Chinese government, it's likely we'll never know their true purpose. However, several military experts have put forward the claim that these patterns are in fact secret military bases, and that these patterns are used for calibrating and testing radars and rocketry. Why not take a trip to China and ask the government yourself, if you don't mind spending the next 100 years in prison? Number 4. The 1,000-foot pentagram. On the southern shore of Kazakhstan's Upper Tobol Reservoir, you can see a mysterious giant pentagram carved into the earth. The pentagram measures 1,200 feet in diameter, and it was later discovered that the lines of the star are actually roads which crisscross a public park. But why was this whole area designed in such a creepy way? Are they hoping to appeal to the goth tourism market? Or is there a more sinister explanation? Some locals have reported that the park in question has long been known as a source of strange occurrences and satanic worship, whereas others believe the site is actually a location of a former Russian defense or space installation. All I'll say is, if you stand at the center of this thing smeared in pig's blood chanting the devil's name, don't be surprised if Lucifer pops by along to say, hi. At 3. The Lost Mayan City. Earlier this year, 15-year-old Canadian schoolboy William Godry took up an interest in tracking down the cities of the ancient Mayan civilization, and knowing how knowledgeable the Mayans were about astronomy, he theorized that they may have chosen the location of their towns and cities based upon star constellations. Using Google Earth, William cross-referenced ancient Mayan star charts with known Mayan city sites on the Yucatan Peninsula, and he found that they exactly matched, except in a constellation of 3 stars, where there were only 2 corresponding cities previously known about. So, by following the coordinates on Google Earth alluded to by the Mayan star charts, this young armchair Indiana Jones tried to find it, and ended up discovering a potentially untouched Mayan settlement known as Kazakhstan, or Mouth of Fire, all by browsing Google Earth. Some archaeologists have poured cold water on William's discovery, claiming to have already searched the area and found nothing of note. But 2 Mexican explorers claim that his findings are truly significant, and if confirmed, it could prove to be the 4th largest Maya city ever found. They have promised to take William with them on their exploration of the area, so let's hope he manages to get permission from his mom to go. At 2. The Secret Peruvian Pyramid. Close to Peru's famous Nazca lines in the Gobi Desert, it has been rumored for years that the remains of ancient pyramids lay somewhere beneath the ground. But since much of this area consists of crop fields, it was always going to be hard to convince local farmers to dig up their land on nothing more than a hunch. It was at this point that a group of Italian archaeologists turned to Google Earth, and by using it, in conjunction with infrared imagery and satellite technology, they discovered the hidden pyramid they had been looking for. The pyramid covers an area of over 9,000 square meters, and as you can see from the images, the underlying pyramid has changed the color of the soil slightly, allowing you to see something the world would have never seen from the ground. The pyramid was indeed found under a local crop farmer's fields, and whilst he was probably annoyed at first, I imagine he's come around a little after finding out he now owns a giant underground pyramid. And at number 1, the discovery of nothing. There are many areas on Google Earth which have been deliberately blocked out by paranoid millionaires, multinational corporations, and military leaders. But one of the most intriguing is this area of land close to the Washington-Oregon border. This is rumored to be the site of America's controversial high-frequency active auroral research program, the secret government organization whose work has been linked to man-made floods, weaponized earthquake machines, and the deliberate triggering of droughts and power outages around the world. HAARP's research into ionospheric enhancement technology is a source of much speculation, but it is known that both the U.S. Air Force and Navy have invested heavily in its work, as have DARPA. Conspiracy theorists claim the experiments in the facility have resulted in the creation of medical conditions such as chronic fatigue and Gulf War syndrome, the downing of several public aircraft around the world, and even the destruction of the Columbia Space Shuttle. However, the Air Force claims that activity at the site ceased in 2014. But if that's true, then why is the area still off limits to Google Earth today? So that's our list of the 7 strangest things found on Google Earth. Did you enjoy that last entry about a place you're not allowed to look at? Well, why not check out our video on the 7 secret places you're not allowed to visit for more frustrating unsolvable mysteries?